Jai Swaminarayan to all students. Today I am here to discuss with you about again chapter number 1, reproduction in organism. Our topic is events in sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction is characterized by the fertilization of the male and female gamete, the formation of zygote and embryogenesis, as you know very well. These sequential events may be grouped into three main stages, that is pre-fertilization, fertilization and post-fertilization. In this video, we will discuss about pre-fertilization event. In pre-fertilization events, two main events occur. First one is gametogenesis and second one is a gamete transfer. As you know that these two events are very crucial events in the sexual reproduction. We will first discuss about gametogenesis. Gametogenesis refers to the process of formation of the two types of gamete. First one is the homogametes, we can also call it as the isogametes, and second one is the heterogametes. You can see in this diagram, homogametes are so similar in appearance that is not possible to categorize them into male and female gamete. These both are very similar to each other and we can't say that this one is a male gamete or this one is a female gamete. So, this type of gametes we can call as a homogametes. Second one is a heterogametes. In a majority of sexually reproducing organisms, the gametes produced are of two morphologically different types. Again, you can see in the diagram, these are the male and female gametes. These are female gamete, that is ovum. This one is a male gamete, that is sperm. You can see that these are very different from each other and we easily categorized both them. One is a male and second one is a female gametes. Here again one example is there of heterogametes. So these are the example of heterogametes. Then next is a sexuality in organism. This is also including gametogenesis. Sexual reproduction in organism generally involves the formation of gametes from two different individuals, but this is not always true, especially if we are talking about flower. So this is not always true that gametes from two different individuals are included in the fertilization. If we are taking example of bisexual flower or we can say monoecious, so we know that bisexual or perfect flower have both male and female reproductive structures including stamen and ovary. You can see in the diagram very clearly that in one flower it contains female reproductive part also as well as male reproductive part also. So, androecium and gynoecium both structures are possessed in one flower. So, this type of flower are called as a bisexual, which possess both reproductive part of the male and female. Example are lily rose, hibiscus, mustard, brinjal, etc. This type of part are possess fungi and algae also. In several fungi and plant, male and female reproductive structures on the same thallus. This type of fungi and plant are called as a homothelic, which we will see in further diagram. Next one is a unisexual flower, or we can say dioecious. You can see in the diagram that male and female part are in different flower that are not in same flower. So a dioecious or unisexual plant is one where the male and female reproductive system occur on separate plants. Example, papaya, watermelon, cucumber, maize, etc. Again, some algae and fungi also having male and female reproductive organ on different thalli. This type of algae and fungi are called as a heterothelic. Now, if we are talking about animal, in animal also earthworm, sponge, tapeworm, leech are the example of bisexual animal that possess both male and female reproductive organ. Again, cockroach is an example of. So, it is the bisexual animal. We can say that testes and ovary are there in one animal. If we are talking about cockroach, so it is a male cockroach, that is female cockroach. So in cockroach, male and female reproductive parts are there in different species. First one is a male cockroach which possess testes. Another one is a female cockroach which possess ovary. Here again we can see the example of algae and fungi. Here in one plant body female and male sex organs are there. Here fungi is there. Male and female reproductive parts are there in different thallus. So these are the example of unisexual or bisexual plants, flower and animal. Now our next is cell division during gamete formation. Gametes in all heterogametic species are two types, namely male and female. A haploid parent produces gametes by mitotic division. Now you know that what is haploid? Haploid it's a condition that having a single set of unpaired chromosome. So a haploid parent produces gametes by mitotic division. Now you know that what is mitosis? Mitosis refers specifically to the separation of the duplicated genetic material carried in the nucleus. You can see in the diagram, it is a diagram of mitosis. When a parent cell divides to produce two identical daughter cells, so this condition is called as a mitosis. Several organisms belonging to Monera, fungi, algae and bryophytes have haploid plant body. In organism belonging to pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms and most of the animals including human being, the parent body is diploid. Now we know that what is diploid? It is a condition containing two complete cells of chromosome, one from each parent. So diploids, we can say it is a cell or nucleus containing two complete sets of chromosomes, one from each parents. Here meiosis has to occur if a diploid body has to produce haploid gametes. Now we know that what is meiosis. Meiosis, we can say it is the reduction division. You can see easily in the diagram. It is a process where a single cell divides twice to produce 4 cells containing half the original amount of genetic information. So this is the condition of meiosis. Then our next stage of gametogenesis is gamete transfer. Once gametes are made, there has to be transfer. After the formation of male and female gamete, they must be physically brought together to fertilization. We know that most of in the organism, male gametes are motile while female gametes are non-motile. Exceptions are few fungi and algae in which both types of gametes are motile. The medium is required through which the male gametes can move. In several simple plants like algae, bryophytes and pteridophytes, water is the medium through which gamete transfer takes place. A large number of the male gametes fail to reach the female gametes. So, to compensate this loss of male gamete during transport, the number of male gametes produced is 1000 times the number of female gamete produced. Okay. In seed plants, pollen grains are the carriers of male gametes and ovule have the egg. Pollen grain produced in anthers therefore have to be transferred to the stigma before it can lead to fertilization. Here one example is given. In diagram you can see it is the example of bisexual flower. It is self-fertilizing flower. Why? Because this flower possesses both male and female reproductive part. In bisexual flower, self-fertilizing plants transfer of pollen grains to the stigma is relatively easy as anthers and stigma are located close to each other. You can see easily in this diagram. Here what happened? The pollen grains come in contact with the stigma. In cross-pollination, you can see in the diagram, cross-pollination normally occur in unisexual flower. One flower possesses female part while second one flower is possess male part. So, here cross-pollination occur and for this a specialized event occur we can call as a pollination. In dioecious animal, since male and female gametes are formed in different individuals, the organism must evolve a mechanism of gamete transfer. Successful transfer and coming together of gametes is essential for the most critical event in sexual reproduction, that is fertilization, that we will discuss about in our next video. Thank you. Jai Swaminarayan.